Welcome to day 5 of the 12 days of masterclasses presented by Talking to Trisha. Today we are practicing self-love. As always, I am today's presenter, Trisha Coleman. And I didn't say it yesterday, but y'all see my little pigtails? So instead of the curls, I have my little Pippi Longstockings. I just thought that'd be cute for y'all to see. Today's discussion, we are covering defining self-love, self-love benefits, understanding self-love, practicing self-love, some self-love exercises that you can do, and then the top self-love businesses. So what is self-love? Self-love is taking care of your own needs and not sacrificing your well-being to please others. It's having a high regard for our health and happiness, for your health and happiness. So I saw this video on YouTube. Oprah Winfrey's SelfLove Top 10 is a company that was showing what they felt like her top 10 self-love quotes or speeches were about. And so I've listed them here, the 10. The biggest thing that stood out to me watching this video was Oprah was on a talk show. I can't remember which talk show it was, but she said, you cannot stay in a negative thought longer than 17 seconds. Excuse me. I don't know what's going on with my voice, but you cannot stay in a negative thought longer than 17 seconds. And that really resonated with me because the number of times that I've just like, I'm not going to say anything, and I sit there and the thought just went away, or the moment passed. That's what I'll say. The moment passes, and then you decide not to engage in gossip, not to engage in tearing another person down. But if you have time, you can Google Oprah's top 10 rules for self-love. Listen to it. It's different speeches edited together, different appearances, different interviews edited together. So I saw this graphic and I was like, oh, that's cute. So know yourself, put your phone down, say no without hesitation. That's my big one, saying no. Accept what you cannot change. Speak to yourself with true compassion, and don't look for your worth in people or productivity. And I'll say that's the second thing for me. I never looked at for my worth in people, but the results that I produce, the quality of work that I do, how hard of a worker that I am, and what I got done, I was like, this makes me somebody. And I, like when I was in school, and then when I was had different careers, that's what my worth was in, was like, I'm a go-getter. And so I had to learn, no, just love yourself, because you're wonderful no matter if you produce millions of dollars for a company or no money for a company. You're still, as an individual, you're worthy. So how do people benefit from self-love? I saw this article. It was like 7 celebs reveal their turning points that made them embrace self-love. And Jennifer Lopez was first. And one of the quotes in her blurb, she had more about her journey than everybody else. But she said, you can't unlock your full potential personally and professionally until you develop a solid relationship with yourself. So she was talking about how since she was a child and through her relationships and her marriages, she had never been alone. And she realized she's not going to be her fully authentic self or find a healthy relationship that feeds her or that's amazing until she takes care of the relationship she has with herself. So now she's engaged to A-Rod, and has her children, and she's happy now. She's in her 50s. She's, fully love herself, fully. She's embraced her full self. Michelle Obama talked about she knew until her marriage wasn't going to be great until she had a great relationship with herself. Serena Williams talked about how she used to criticize herself or feel bad because she was really strong, like she was a strong athlete. And she had to realize, like, well, who's saying that? Like, I'm the only one really saying that. And that's a strength. And because I'm really strong as an athlete, it's created this great career and a great life for me. So let me embrace that. Let me love that about myself. Ariana Grande, they talked about her Thank You Next song and how that's about self-love. And Demi Lovato, we know about her struggle with addiction and her embracing self-love and recovery. So accepting yourself, flaws and all. There's so many benefits. And I've jotted a few: less stress and anxiety, higher level of satisfaction, confidence, stronger motivation, and health and personal growth. And the health and personal growth is a big one. Practicing self-love. First, you have to understand it to practice it. I'm a believer in that. So the way you love yourself defines how you want to be treated in a relationship. When you don't need external affirmations to assure your value, you set the standard. So you only accept what's best for you because you know you deserve it. If you treat people how you want to be treated, no, it's a cliche, but it's the truth. Loving yourself enables you to love others in a better way. And by loving yourself, you eliminate unnecessary jealousy, insecurity, and anger from your relationship. And that's an indicator. You have more compassion for people. You have more appreciation for others when you appreciate and love yourself. And then it's a red flag for you as well if you have somebody who's jealous all the time, they're insecure and they're angry. You're like, okay, they don't love themselves, and I don't need to put myself in a toxic relationship with that person. So our question for this masterclass is, what do you already love about yourself? I'm feeling these braids, so yeah. But I love the way I think, the way I strategize, my creativity. Even though, like, since my children, my stomach's gotten pudgy, I love my stomach. I love the way it looks. Look in the mirror and I'm like, if I just do some sit-ups every day, I would. I love my smile. I didn't used to love it. I used to have like a tooth growing up here. My teeth were crooked. And in my late 20s, I got braces. And so I just like my teeth. uh, I don't like this about myself, but I'm getting used to it. It's growing on me. I just know if I lose some weight, this will go away. But I like my face shape. Trying to think. I just like myself, and I've always liked myself. So it's a lot I already love about myself. And so I want you to, on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram, in the comments, type in what you already love about yourself. So 7 powerful steps to self-love. Pay attention to the inner experience. So when you're feeling something negative, when you're feeling an emotion, pay attention to it. How you feel, build that awareness, and then let it be. Like, don't let it sit and stay and give attention to it as a reaction. But like, no, okay, I'm about to start feeling irked. I'm feeling distressed. I'm feeling bad, and name it, and just then let it float away. Let it go then. But allow yourself to feel it. And again, I've said I hate feeling emotions. Ugh, they're icky to me, but I'm learning more awareness and be like, okay, this is part of the process. If you tuck it in, if you bottle it up, it's going to explode later and cause more harm. So just go ahead when you're starting to feel it, process it, let yourself feel it, let it go. And so you don't have this um, explosion later. Imagine a loved one feeling the way that you're feeling. What would you tell them? How would you comfort them? Like, it's amazing that we comfort everybody else and we're there for everyone, but not for ourselves. So the same way, if it was your child or your mate or your friend, a sibling, how you would comfort them if they were, feeling depressed or feeling anxiety or feeling sad, or, give yourself that same comfort. Challenge a negative story that you're making about yourself. Like, someone got over on you. You say, I feel so stupid. I'm so dumb. You know, I'm so dumb. I'm so naive. I'm so this. I'm so that. Like me, I had a horrible habit that I'm trying to stop doing. Is I say, oh, I don't make good decisions. So I need other people to make decisions for me. That's a negative story that I'm challenging, because I do. I make great decisions with the information that I have at the moment. And that's what I'm learning about myself, is with the information that I have, when I'm making that decision, I'm making the best decision. What happens is that I don't have all the information that I need, and I don't get the rest of the information till later. And then it's like, oh, had I had all this information, then I would have not done that, or would have approached it a different way. So just challenge the negative stories that you make about yourself. Because something has happened does not mean that you're dumb, or that you're stupid, or that you're naive or incompetent, or whatever negative label you want to slap on yourself. And then just human, a common human trait that we all have is that we all mess up. We all make mistakes. So your mess up is not unique. Like, it is to your life and your journey, but it's not unique. You're not the only one that can't get anything right. Like, that's the negative story you need to challenge. Everybody messes up. So just be okay with it. Like, even politicians, scientists, everybody, everybody makes mistakes. And then decide what you need to forgive yourself. So if you had offended someone, or someone has offended you, what would it take for you to forgive that person? What would you do if the shoe was on the other foot and you needed someone to forgive you? That's what you need to do for yourself. Is if you need an apology, if you need a plan of action to make sure you don't do the same thing again, whatever you need from someone else to forgive them, or for them to forgive you, you need to do for yourself as well. Use encouraging self-talk. You're smart, you're beautiful, you're talented. And then be your own life coach. So instead of feeding into the negativity, like you did something wrong, or you slip back into an addiction, or whatever, you start rehearsing your hurt again. Instead of going into a negative direction, push yourself into a positive direction and say, okay, what steps are we going to take to make sure that we get out of this, or that we don't do this again? How do we grow from this? What is this experience teaching us? So be your own life coach. Some self-love practices. Buy yourself fresh flowers. Gift yourself a beautiful bouquet. I used to buy them, put them in my living room, on my living room table and on my kitchen table, and just, my husband used to buy me flowers all the time. Then I got silly with it because, the narrative is like if a man sends you flowers at work, then he's messed up, he's done something. And that wasn't the case. Because my husband loved to send me flowers. So now I'm like, I wish he would send me flowers now that I'm home. I work from home. Send me some flowers. So that's something you could do for yourself. It's just buy yourself some flowers. Show people that you are loving yourself. Send you some flowers, take some pictures, post it on Instagram or not. Just whatever you need. Try something new. Take a dance class, take a cooking class, try yoga, try something new. I know some years ago, me and my husband took salsa lessons, and I loved it, loved it. Treat yourself. I wanted to try to find that Parks and Rec meme, but love yourself. Make yourself breakfast in bed, read a book, buy yourself a little something. It doesn't have to be expensive. It can be something really cheap and easy. But treat yourself to something nice, a massage, anything. Take a 1-hour break from email, your cell phone, and just be with yourself. Speak mantras like I am enough, I have enough, I do enough. Clean your fridge and then fill it with fresh foods because we're loving ourselves and our bodies. Be of service. Volunteer, help a friend out because when you help others, you're helping yourself. Make yourself a fun to-do list of activities. Post it on the fridge. A thing I like to do is when I actually do it, I cross it out and I can see, oh, okay. And then at the end of the month or the year, couple months pass by, you can say, oh, look at all the stuff I've done. And I am a picture fanatic, so I'm taking pictures on my phone. So I have all these different things that I've done. And I have a photo to commemorate it. Okay, so set the mood, like when you're cooking, or you're taking a nice warm bath, like some candles, put the music on. Just, love on yourself. So some self-love exercises. I'm going to have the mirror exercise, inner critic, start a positive focus group. I might actually do that. Speak self-love affirmations. Give yourself loving touches. And get your mind out the gut. I don't mean that. I mean, how you touch someone if you were going to show you love them. Touch your heart. Stroke your arm. Just console yourself and love on yourself like you would a child. Hold yourself like if you were loving on your child or loving on a niece or nephew or godchild if you don't have children. Say no instead of yes. And I thought this would be so hard to say no, but it's getting easier. Like, I'm not delighting in it, but I'm like, it didn't hurt me. It didn't cause the reaction I thought. Like in my head, I had made this whole thing where it was going to be a struggle, or I was going to feel awful, or I was going to feel like empty. And that didn't happen. I was like, I'm actually proud of myself. Right. Just take you 30 minutes or an hour and just write everything that comes to your mind. Like, it doesn't have to be structured, doesn't have to make sense, doesn't have to be a journaling. It just write down how you feel, write down what happened that day, write down lyrics to a song if it pops in your head. Whatever you feel, just purge all of that. And then last, make a date with yourself. Oh, and then going back, the mirror exercise is you look in the mirror and you speak affirmations to yourself and goals and what you're proud of yourself. for accomplishing. It's just different things. You can Google it. They have different things you can say to yourself in the mirror, to like you would if you were talking to someone else and you were saying all the things you appreciate about them, all the things you love about them, how proud of them you are, and why. You would do that to yourself in the mirror. Inner critic, you would draw a picture of yourself and you write down all things that you don't like and that you want to change, and then you flip it over on the other side, and then you write a different way to think about those criticisms. Like what I used before is, I was like, oh, I don't make good decisions. Well, I would flip it and say, with the information that you are given, you make excellent decisions. You make great decisions. You make strategic decisions. You make decisions that touch different areas and improve your whole family's life, not just your own. You're always thinking of, is this step going to help all of us? And not just, oh, is it going to feed my ego? Oh, is it going to make me feel good about myself? No, the decisions I make, I think, okay, is this going to make me be more sane to be around for my spouse? Is it going to create opportunities for my children? Is it going to help my kids develop? Is it going to teach them how to be productive citizens? Like, I think of all of that before I make a decision. So this quote, put yourself at the top of your to-do list every single day, and the rest will fall into place. So if you don't have anything to give, you're not good to your family. You're not good to your employer. You're not good to your community. And this photo that I saw, I thought that was beautiful. And it's some affirmations you can use. I am whole. I am good enough. I am worthy. I am loved. Give yourself compassion and kindness. You can see it on the eyelids. Sorry, let me take a drink. So some top self-love products. And these were the top for women, but men can use them too. Water bottles, and the water bottles to do different things. Like you can put infused stuff in it, or cold disc in it so that it keeps your water cold. Pilates mats, fitness journals, regular journals, planners, those sell amazing. Like, we might have to start selling those to Talk to Trisha, because those are a really good top seller. Books, doesn't matter what genre, organic skincare, sex toys, clothing, comfortable clothing sells really well, and unique designs sell very well. Wine, health food, and then monthly boxes subscriptions. And those monthly subscriptions are mostly like self-care and candles and, self-care kits and things. And so our business question, how can you market your product or your service for self-love customers or to self-love consumers? So our food for thought, dare to love yourself as if you were a rainbow with gold at both ends. And I just love that. And so I'm like, okay, I'm a rainbow with gold at both ends. So no matter where you go, there's so much treasure there. I love that quote. And so I'm going to end, and we're going to do day 6, and I hope to see you there. Oh, and like our YouTube, subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's different. Each platform has something different you have to do. So subscribe to our YouTube channel, like this video, click the notification bell, so whenever I post a video, you get notified. We're on Instagram, so like our Instagram page is Talk to Trisha. Follow our Instagram page, and we're on Facebook, so like our Talk to Trisha page as well. So I'll see y'all for day 6. Bye.